in this drafting process to the US Charter, many different religions were consulted. So there was even in this actual drafting process, there was an advisory council to the religions was formed with representatives of different religions, and some people here in the room were even part of this early advisory council, such as Rick Luxton and also Kusamita Peterson. And so in this religious consultations, religious leaders were consulted, scholars, experts from many traditions, and they shared their values that mattered to them and their vision for a more just, peaceful, and sustainable world. So when you look into the Earth Charter, you see that several spiritual values and principles are interwoven into the text, which still remains in somewhat secular, so that it will be open for governments to endorse it, for environmental institutions to work with it. So it was a quite daunting task of crafting principles that are both spiritually inspired but still not associated with any religion in particular, but really open for a large constituency. And just to give you well, some kind of idea of what this drafting committee came up with and how the different religions collaborated in the drafting. We'll go through this here quickly. Here we have in the preamble some beautiful statements such as, we must realize that when basic needs have been met, human development is primarily about being more instead of having more. So this being more is certainly a spiritual value because it relates of, well, having rather fulfilling relationships with oneself, with others, with nature, rather than just consuming, really focusing on quality of life rather than just on the accumulation of goods. And I think especially in this field is where people of faith can bring in a lot, because our religious institutions can really help us to be more instead of having more. In some way, it's the religions that are actually living up and fulfilling the promise that materialism and consumerism is promising, that if you buy and allocate a lot of things, that you will have a richer and more fulfilling life. But as all of you may know, I think that it's just an empty promise. And then further down in the preamble it says, the spirit of human solidarity and kinship with all life is strengthened when we live with reverence for the mystery of being, gratitude for the gift of life, and humility regarding the human place in nature. So I think, again, these are some really crucial values as we proceed on the way of how to actually create a more just and sustainable world. And these principles are indeed necessary for this major transition ahead of us.